Bay, the game is over. Now, let's talk about it. This is your home to react. Welcome to Overtime, driven by Bartow Ford, the only live and local Tampa Bay postgame show taking your calls. 888-546-4620. Now your host, Tom Krasnicki.
I would say the recalibration during the bye week was successful. The Buccaneers come out of the bye and they make easy work, quick work of the New York Giants, a lifeless Giants team. Buccaneers 30, the Giants 7, as the Bucs snap their 4-game losing streak. Welcome in, guys. It is the Overtime Show. TKras, Tom Krasnicki with you. Derek DeBose on the ones and the twos. 888-546-4620. We'll take your calls on the Bates Electric DA listener line. You can text in your thoughts at 82945 on the Bartow Ford DA text platform. Everything went right for the Buccaneers on this Sunday at MetLife Stadium, and that is the theme of our opening rant.
The game is final. Here's the first word, presented by Moss Nissan, live on Overtime.
And I really like how the Buccaneers really kind of established a tone very early in this game. First drive of the game, 14 plays, 70 yards. Sean Tucker, remember him? A 1-yard touchdown run with Vita Vea leading the way as a lead blocker. And the Buccaneers really never looked back. They scored 16 points in the second quarter. They were up 23-0 at the half. And the onslaught continued in the second half. The New York Giants put up zero fight in this game. Absolutely zero. And they look like a team that was absolutely quitting on their coaching, quitting on their season. The opening rant presented by Moss Nissan, where their goal is to never lose your business over price. The largest Nissan inventory in the Tampa Bay area. Hit them up at mossnissan.com. We'll take your calls. Buccaneers with a big win. They crushed the Giants 30-7. We'll come back and talk about it next year on the Overtime Show.
It's a December to remember at Wesley Chapel Lexus, the largest Lexus dealer on Florida's West Coast. Drive home a new Lexus RX, our best-selling SUV for over a decade. Or the new Lexus TX with all-new third row. Plus, you get our exclusive lifetime plan. Plenty of new Lexus inventory arriving daily. When you think Lexus, think Wesley Chapel Lexus. WesleyChapelLexus.com. Largest dealer on Florida's West Coast based on volume in 2021, 2022, 2023.
St. Pete Clearwater is still shining. The sun is out. The weather feels just right. And we're ready to welcome you back to the vibrant Gulf Coast. Explore Clearwater Marine Aquarium or marvel at the amazing Dolly Museum. Cast a line with Hubbard's Marina or dine under the stars with Starlight Cruises. Save 30% or more on select hotels and attractions at StillShiningDeals.com. Brought to you by Visit St. Pete Clearwater, home to America's favorite beaches.
Attention Tampa Bay foodies, get ready for Sunday Sauce at Emoto Supply Co., featuring the one and only viral chef Eat with Alyssa. You've seen her videos, you've mastered her recipes, now's your chance to try it in person. Join us Sunday, December 1st from noon to 3 p.m. for a day filled with incredible flavors and community vibes. Plus, we're giving back. Bring canned goods to support Feeding Tampa Bay. Don't miss Sunday Sauce at Emoto Supply Co., where great food meets good vibes. See you there.
This is Overtime, driven by Bartow Ford. Taking your reaction now. 888-546-4620. On the home of the best Bucs coverage across Tampa Bay. 95.3 WDAE and AM 620. Streaming live on the free iHeartRadio app.
Boy, if only the Buccaneers could play the Giants every week. My goodness. The Giants showing no life, no heart, no energy, and the Buccaneers took advantage. 30-7, Buccaneers beat the Giants as the Bucs improved to 5-6. Giants are now 2-9. It's the Overtime Show. Your calls at 888-546-4620. Text at 82945. Let's go to our phones here on Overtime. Todd is in Tampa. Todd, what's happening?
Boss, that was an unbelievable victory. Tremendous job by everybody. That's what I'm talking about. Forget about this zone, and we played man, and we got off the field on third down. I know it's the Giants. Don't tell me that. There are 3 or 4 games here we should be we should be coaching in this division. Okay, Tucker, we don't lose the ball at the 1 yard line. Baker, way to fall on it over there. McLaughlin, we don't miss any extra points. If you're going to miss one, today was the day, and then we don't have any of that. We're locked in and we're focused. Can't miss them in the playoffs. Okay, this team is as good as anybody. They'll go for 2 with Kansas City. We're up. Anyway, I don't want to talk about the past. All I want to do is build on this win right here. This is the way we have 17-0, and we went to the dagger. The defense they won for it on 4th and 1. We shut them down 3 inches short on the 37-yard line. We got 3. Throw the ball in the end zone, get 7. But the bottom line is this: the defense, when they had to, Levante David with his 31st defensive takeaway, creative turnover, turning T.J. Watt active, all NFL. That's what I'm talking about in New York. Okay, so that was a huge win. Great win. Throw the ball in the end zone. Go to Mike Evans. Got the PI down there, and then we score. A dominating win. Let's keep the big Mo. Okay, stay aggressive down in the red zone. Go to Mike Evans. He's our guy, whoever's open. Way to go, Baker. Get his ball in the end zone. That was a beatdown. That was a beatdown. In the NFL, there aren't too many beatdowns. Okay, I'm telling you right now, I got the Bucs and Kansas City in the playoff, in the Super Bowl, and that's what Bucs winning it. Let's go to work. Tremendous job, everybody. Peace.
All right. I appreciate the passion, Todd, but calm down on the Super Bowl stuff. You're 5-6. Calm down on the Super Bowl. Oh, my gosh. Yes, the schedule's favorable. Yes, today was an impressive win. But just keep in mind who's on the other side. A guy who's got no business being a quarterback, a lame duck head coach, and a team that is all but quit. They're making business decisions, which is the one thing you don't want to see. Brian Daboll's not going to survive it. He's not. 888-546-4620. Your calls, your text. The Bucs saw a couple of players come back from injury. How did they do today? We'll talk about that next. A big Buccaneer win. This is Overtime.
The only thing worse than hiring no law firm after your injury is hiring the wrong law firm. And there are so many of them. When thousands of people call us every year asking to help them change law firms and hire us instead, I wonder why they ever called the other firm in the first place. They were smart to switch before it was too late. You only get one day in court. You know who has the resources and results to fight to handle your claim. And the big insurance company on the other side, they know it too. They know us well. You have to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, and know when to walk away. Walk our way. When you're fighting to get what you deserve, it's go big or go home. We are big for a reason, which is why we've recovered over $9 billion for our clients. When it comes to law, size matters. We're America's largest injury law firm, Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
TKras here for my friends over at Green Tech Roofing and Solar. Get your home ready for the holidays, and my guys over at Green Tech can help you do it. Locally owned, licensed, and trusted by the Tampa Bay community. They helped me out right after the hurricane. They can help you out as well. Over 400 five-star reviews. They do commercial. They do residential. They do great work in total. So hit on them. GreenTechRoofing.com. You can schedule your free roof inspection. Tell them TKras sent you. Green Tech Roofing and Solar, the #1 roofing solution in Tampa Bay.
Streaming on iHeartRadio and live on WDAE. Here's an Around the League update.
And it's brought to you by Root Air Conditioning, powered locally by Ferguson HVAC. Buccaneers with the big win. You're going to hear from Todd Bowles and Baker Mayfield. Another final, the Lions improved to 10-1. They beat down the Colts 24-6. Game's going on right now, winding it down. The Titans lead the Texans 30-27. That's less than 2 minutes left. How about the Chiefs? They're letting the Panthers hang around this one. It's 27-19 Kansas City, and Carolina is driving in Kansas City territory at the 2-minute warning. Cowboys just got a kick return for a touchdown by Cavante Turpin. It's 27-17. Cowboys on the verge of upsetting the Commanders. 2:49 left to go there. The Dolphins 34, the Patriots 15, 3.5 minutes left to go there. And in Chicago, Vikings have a 24-16 lead with 2 minutes left over the Bears. Get reliable cooling and comfort installed by certified Root Pro partner. Go to rootacflorida.com to schedule service today. That's rootacflorida.com, powered locally by Ferguson HVAC.
This is Overtime, driven by Bartow Ford. Taking your reaction now. Text your thoughts to 82945 on the home of the best Bucs coverage across Tampa Bay. 95.3 WDAE and AM 620. Streaming live on Alexa.
Welcome back. The Overtime Show continues, driven by Bartow Ford. Don't go the wrong way for your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Go to bartowford.com. They're different, and they will prove it. Really big win for the Buccaneers, a dominant win coming off the bye. They took control of this game really right from the get-go, and they never let up, which is what you want to see. Todd Bowles talked about finishing games. The Bucs haven't been able to do that of late, but they did today. It certainly helps that you had a weakling opponent today in the New York Football Giants, who have all sorts of issues. We've been talking about it all week, and we talked about it this morning on Countdown to Kickoff, but the Bucs took advantage. And they did so on that opening drive, 14 plays, 70 yards, more than 8 minutes. And then in the second quarter, their second touchdown drive was 7 plays, 82 yards. And then right before the half, 9 plays, 86 yards. And the Giants never really got going. Tyrone Tracy, he lost the fumble early in the third quarter. Levante David stripped it loose. Kalijah Kancey made the recovery. Levante David also made a big tackle on a 4th and short. You saw Levante David come through in a big way. You saw, a number of guys on the defensive side. I thought Vita Vea had another dominant game. He was dominant. And he has been really good for the last month and a half. But he had another sack today. Buccaneers had 4 sacks, 9 quarterback hits. Antoine Winfield Jr. also had a sack. A TFL, a quarterback hit as well. He did have an interception go right through his hands. I'll say this, and I put it on Twitter. I told you guys about this parlay that I played, and I mentioned in our Game Day Locks portion of the Countdown to Kickoff show. Antoine Winfield Jr. cost me an opportunity to win $1,650. I kid you not. I had a 5-leg parlay. Mike Evans over on the receptions, over on the yards. Bucky Irving over on the rushing yards. Baker Mayfield over on the passing yards. Boom, 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 and boom. The only thing left was Antoine Winfield Jr. recording an interception. And he had one that went right through his fingers. It was a $25 parlay that would have netted me $1,650. Thanks, 31. Appreciate it, bud. Jeez. I'm just a little bitter. Drew is in Largo. He's on the Overtime Show. Drew, what's going on?
Hey, how are you? Good to hear from you again. Talk to you again. Great Bucs win. I love the fact that you do 2 hours before the game and 2 hours after the game.
That's what I'm here for, buddy. What'd you like about the game?
Yeah. Oh, just the whole game, everything. I was cleaning the garage, so I was listening on the radio, but it was just great. And my wife was inside watching the game and had her Bucs jersey on and everything else, and yeah, we had a good day.
Were you putting up your Christmas lights? Is that why you were in the garage like Clark Griswold?
Actually, no. I was actually putting up shelves to alleviate the pain of taking the Christmas decorations out of the attic. So now we take them down, we put them on the shelves instead of going up and down the stairs to get the decorations down.
Very nice, Drew. All right, well, it was a great day, buddy. Enjoy your Thanksgiving. Thanks for calling.
All right, you too. Thanks, man.
Thank you. That's Drew in Largo. Enjoy your Thanksgiving. Enjoy your Christmas. I would have had a great Christmas and Thanksgiving and New Year's and birthday. That would have been a great early birthday present. Antoine Winfield Jr., catch the ball. Catch it. Oh, my Lord. All right, more of your calls and texts coming up. I want to highlight one of the Buccaneer leaders on the way back. I just talked about Levante David on the defensive side. Mike Evans returned offensively. He looked pretty good. But when we come back, more respect, more ups and props to this guy who continues to amaze the Tampa Bay community. That is next. This is Overtime, a big Buccaneer win. We'll come back, talk about it. Baker Mayfield, Todd Bowles, pressers, all coming up later, too.
In this week's Marketers Report, we hear about the importance of local radio from Allison Griffin, head of marketing at State Farm.
iHeart has such a broad broadcast reach that is local, and for us to be able to touch customers with a local feel but at a national scale is so efficient and important for us.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, trusted influencers, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
You've got so many chances to win big on Hard Rock Bet. Even a small bet can bring in that serious cash. All you need is $1 and a dream.
Unbelievable. They've hit the parlay. Let's go!
Big payouts for every kind of player.
Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us.
Get up to $100 back if your first bet doesn't win. Payable and bonus bet up to $100, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Skip the hassle and sell your home with the strongest cash offer this fall. The guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate is the easiest way to sell your home. Hey, it's Aaron Jacobson here, and with the guaranteed offer, you can skip the uncertainty and sell your home fast for all cash in as little as 21 days. Mark Spain Real Estate has been serving families for nearly 30 years and have helped over 58,000 satisfied clients. Trust the top real estate team in the U.S. to sell your home fast and for maximum profit. Go to markspain.com and find out what your guaranteed offer would be today and start packing.
The biggest and final store-wide sale of the year is this weekend at International Diamond Center. Get extra savings store-wide. We're talking up to 20% off virtually everything. Or get 36 months, zero interest financing. It's like double the selection with designers showcasing their entire collections. It's a 3-day multi-million-dollar event. Lowest prices before the holidays. Plus, an entire collection of GIA certified diamonds has been marked down. You can't miss it. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday only. Only at IDC. Tampa, Clearwater, Lakeland, and Sarasota. On approved credit.
This is Overtime, driven by Bartow Ford. Taking your reaction now. Chat it up live on YouTube by searching WDAE on the home of the best Bucs coverage across Tampa Bay. 95.3 WDAE and AM 620.
Buccaneers come out of the bye in a big way and say bye-bye to the Giants. 30-7, Bucs with the big win. They snapped their 4-game losing streak as we welcome you back. We're taking your calls on the Bates Electric DA listener line at 888-546-4620. So a number of the veterans on the defensive side, Levante David showed up, as did Vita Vea, as did Antoine Winfield Jr., with the exception of dropping an interception that, cost me a chance for a big parlay. On the offensive side, Mike Evans returned, targeted 6 times, caught 5 passes for 68 yards. Bucky Irving was fantastic today, wasn't he? 12 carries, 87 yards, and a touchdown. And he also caught 6 passes for 64 yards. He is a game breaker. What a wonderful player he is. But, guys, I want to talk about Baker Mayfield. 24 of 30 for 294 yards on the opening drive. 14 plays, 70 yards. They went right down the field. Baker Mayfield was 7 of 8 passing for 52 yards on that opening drive. He scored on a touchdown run right before the half, and he did the whole Tommy Cutlets, hey, what's the matter with you? The celebration. That was classic Baker. And then later on in the game, Bucky Irving is, rumbling and stumbling downfield on a 56-yard run, and 40 yards down the field, there's Baker Mayfield throwing a block. 40 yards down the field. Just incredible. Baker, 24 of 30, 294 yards passing. Was not sacked. Offensive line did a good job, including Justin School at left tackle filling in for the injured Tristan Wirfs. Let's give him a little bit of praise. And Baker had the touchdown run as well to go along with 29 yards rushing. Just a terrific effort out of Baker Mayfield once again. 888-546-4620. Text at 82945. All right, coming up, more on the Buccaneer win. You're going to hear from Todd Bowles. What did he have to say coming out of the bye with this victory? There were a couple of injuries, including one that could be fairly significant. We're going to get into that on the way back. This is the Overtime Show.
It's a December to remember at Wesley Chapel Lexus, the largest Lexus dealer on Florida's West Coast. Drive home a new Lexus RX, our best-selling SUV for over a decade. Or the new Lexus TX with all-new third row. Plus, you get our exclusive lifetime plan. Plenty of new Lexus inventory arriving daily. When you think Lexus, think Wesley Chapel Lexus. WesleyChapelLexus.com. Largest dealer on Florida's West Coast based on volume in 2021, 2022, 2023.
Keys to the Game, presented by the YMCA. Find your next goal. Find your next win. Visit TampaYMCA.org to see everything the Y has to offer.
Let the magic of the holidays begin with you. Share some joy with a child in need through the Salvation Army and Achieva Credit Union's Angel Tree Giving Celebration. This year, hundreds of kids in our community hope to have a happy holiday, and you can help. Visit your closest Achieva Credit Union branch, select an angel tag with the child's name, and bring back your gift before December 11th. Join us in giving back to our community, one gift at a time. Visit www.achievacu.com to find a branch near you. Achieva is federally insured by the NCUA.
Matthew.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. I just need you to listen to me.
I know that a lot of times, Mom, it might not seem like I'm listening to you, but I am. I hear you. And what you say really does matter to me.
I mean, let's be honest. No kid likes rules, but I get why we have them. I hear you, and I know it's because you care.
For tips to start the talk, turn to Central Florida Behavioral Health Network at cfbhn.org. Central Florida Behavioral Health Network is a managing entity contracted with the Department of Children and Families.
Thanksgiving is a time to reflect on our blessings and share moments with family and friends. May your holiday be filled with love, laughter, and delicious food. Wishing you a happy Thanksgiving from everyone at iHeartMedia and Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys.
1, 2, 3. Broadcasting live from the Rude Air Conditioning Studios. We are Tampa Bay's home for sports and Buccaneers fans around the world. Over 20 years and counting. 95.3 WDAE and the mighty AM 620. Powered locally by Ferguson HVAC. This is Overtime, driven by Bartow Ford. Taking your reaction now. 888-546-4620. On the home of the best Bucs coverage across Tampa Bay. 95.3 WDAE and AM 620. Streaming live on the free iHeartRadio app.
The Bucs playing complimentary football today. The passing game was on point thanks to Baker Mayfield. The run game accumulated 156 yards on the ground. And the defense nearly shut down the Giants. Buccaneers win 30-7. This is exactly the kind of performance we were hoping for. As we welcome you back, it is the Overtime Show. Great to have you with us. TKras with you, taking your calls on the Bates Electric DAE listener line, 888-546-4620. You'll hear from Todd Bowles coming up. You will hear from Baker Mayfield a little bit later on. There were a couple of injuries. Joe Tryon-Shoyinka had an ankle injury. He had to leave the game. And then a more important injury took place later in the game, and that was Jordan Whitehead as he was trying to bring down Tommy Two-Tones there, two-time Spitshine Tommy, whatever his name is. He injured his pectoral, and he immediately ran off the field in great pain, so that did not look like a promising development at all. So you're going to hear from Todd Bowles. That's going to be a big injury situation to watch this week for the Bucs. Tristan Wirfs didn't play today. Tyke Smith also sat out. Hopefully, they can come back by next week. I think Tyke Smith has a better chance than Wirfs of coming back, but we'll see. Oh, my goodness, look at this. You got to be kidding me. The Washington Commanders just pulled off another miracle. Oh, my. I don't believe I just saw that. How long was that play? Terry McLaurin just caught an 86-yard touchdown and ran past the entire Dallas Cowboys secondary. The Cowboys were up in this game, and now the Commanders, they should go for 2. They're at home. You have Jaden Daniels. They should think about going for 2 here. It's 27-26 Dallas with 21 seconds left. But right now the Commanders have all the momentum, and it looks like they are kicking the extra point. Wow. What a year the Commanders are having. My goodness. All right, let's go to our phones. Our buddy Ron, are you in Qatar? Is this right? Or Qatar?
Qatar, brother. Hi. Yep, Qatar, brother Tom. How are you?
What's up, man? How you been?
Doing good, man. Hey, Tom, I always listen to you as much as I can for the pregame, the postgame, and during the week. Just sometimes with the time difference, but I tune into your shows, and after the game, sometimes it's a matter of being able to get that side moment, that break to call in. But I wanted to do that today, and so good win for us. It's always good to see that complimentary football, and see Mike back today, and the distribution of the football today. Baker, great game. Defense making some top plays. The injuries have been, they've been unfortunate. They really have. And it just seems like it's happening so much more now. And we were kind of hit with the injury bug kind of early on in the season, with Elijah being out 5 weeks before before even having a regular season game. But nonetheless, tough stretch there, Tom, with the losses. Really hard to see those games we could have really closed out. You know what I mean? In games that we should have won that came down to like 2 or 3 plays. And, it's just kind of one of those things. But, I think it's good to see them win today against the 2-8 Giants coming in and a third-string quarterback. And that's not to shed any less light on the win. You still go out to win every game, and you play a good game. You deserve credit for it. But I really want to see how we're going to do moving forward, though. Can we keep up this consistency? You know what I mean, Tom? Can we keep up this type of play?
I think they have a chance at doing it.
Season.
Yeah, without question. Hey, Ron, I really appreciate the phone call, my man. Stay safe out there, all right? Thank you, brother.
Happy Thanksgiving, Tom. God bless you. Thank you.
Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family, and as always, thank you for your service. That's Ron in Qatar. He's like all over the world, man. He's been calling us from, this place, that place. Works for our military. God bless that. God bless that man and his family. And happy Thanksgiving to all of you out there. I think the Bucs have a chance, potentially, to go on a run here as the Cowboys return. Look, first off, you see, Washington should have won for 2. Austin Seaver missed the extra point, 27-26, so they had to go for the onside kick. You have to announce it. And then the Cowboys just not only recovered the onside kick, but the dude had a running start, and he returned it for a touchdown. So the Cowboys are going to survive, and the Commandos are going to lose. That's actually good for the Bucs. The Commanders losing is good for the Bucs. Don't forget, the Bucs have the tiebreaker with the Commandos by virtue of that head-to-head win on opening day. So if it comes down to maybe like the 7th wild card, look, you never know how all this will shake out. 888-546-4620. I will step aside. When we come back, a closer look as to how this Buccaneer defense shut down Vio Parmigiano, whatever his name is. It is the Overtime Show. We'll be back.
Experience the NFL with On Location, the official hospitality provider of the NFL. On Location offers official tickets and unrivaled access to all of the NFL's premier events, featuring exclusive partnerships with more than 20 NFL teams. On Location brings you up close for all of the action, providing fans with unforgettable moments from draft day to Super Bowl Sunday and everything in between. Visit onlocationexp.com/NFL for more information. That's onlocationexp.com/NFL.
Some things in life you can just rely on, like the comfy fit of a favorite pair of jeans and the tried and true performance of a new AC system from Rude. So here's to reliability, built into everything we do. Rely on Ruud. Get reliable cooling and comfort installed by a certified Ruud Pro partner. Go to RuudACFlorida.com to schedule service with a Ruud Pro partner today. That's RuudACFlorida.com. Powered locally by Ferguson HVAC.
Attention. If you suffer from consistent pain in your joints caused by arthritis, overuse, or injury, you may be a candidate for a revolutionary therapy that could revitalize damaged tissue. This approach can provide long-lasting relief from pain in your knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. To find out if you're a viable candidate, you may request a free consultation from QC Kinetics by calling 813-921-2495. Instead of masking the symptoms, it goes to the root of the problem to resolve it at its source. Already used by thousands of satisfied patients nationwide, this joint pain therapy is available right now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. Again, to find out if you're a viable candidate for this therapy, you may request a free consultation by calling QC Kinetics at 813-921-2495. That's 813-921-2495.
This is Overtime, driven by Bartow Ford. Taking your reaction now. Text your thoughts to 82945 on the home of the best Bucs coverage across Tampa Bay. 95.3 WDAE and AM 620. Streaming live on Alexa.
All right, the Overtime Show is on the air as we continue on this Sunday afternoon. Buccaneers made quick work of the Giants. 30-7 was the final score. And how about what the Buccaneers did on the defensive side of the ball? This is exactly the kind of performance we were looking for. You saw some blitzing. You saw Tommy DeVito get sacked 4 times. You saw the Buccaneers really kind of control the line of scrimmage. The Giants rushed for just 76 yards at 3.8 yards a carry. Vita Vea and Kalijah Kancey really did a number in this game. Vea had a sack in this game. Kalijah Kancey had a sack. Those two guys, in concert with one another, are starting to establish themselves. They're starting to control the middle of this defense. They're starting to become more disruptive. And that's exactly what you want to see out of those two guys. I mean, look, like in any sport, defense up the middle is essential. We talk about baseball, catcher, second base, shortstop, center field. In football, depending upon what kind of defensive scheme you're running, nose tackle, defensive tackle, middle linebacker, 2 safeties. And it all starts up front. And I thought the Bucs did a really good job. Their offensive line, Justin School, did a nice job. Listen, when you don't notice that guy, then you know he's doing a good job. And he filled in for Tristan Wirfs. And look, the Bucs were correct in sitting Tristan Wirfs. It's not like he could go anyway. He couldn't. He was injured. But look, as I talked about this morning, you don't need Tristan Wirfs to beat this Giants team. This is a Giants team in complete chaos. They're not interested in winning. Guys are out there making business decisions. The coach is dead in the water, I think. And you have some Italian guy from Bensonhurst as your quarterback who has no business being in there. So kudos to the Buccaneers for taking advantage of what is, I'm telling you, just an absolute disaster of a team in a situation that is the New York Giants. All right, more of your calls and texts coming up. Also on the way, Todd Bowles, his post-game presser. What did he have to say? And there were a couple of injuries, too. We'll update you on. And Baker Mayfield presser a little bit later on. Player of the game. More of your calls on the Bates Electric DAE listener line, 888-546-4620. We'll take your text, too, at 82945. Just begin your text with DAE, followed by your comments, so they make their way here. Overtime continues right after this.
The Monster Energy AMA Supercross Championship races into Tampa Bay with an electrifying showdown. Here we go! Witness intense competition as the world's elite riders battle for the coveted title of Supercross Champion.
Up the inside, runs him high, takes him down.
Monster Energy AMA Supercross. Experience it live. Tickets on sale now. Coming to Raymond James Stadium February 8th. Visit supercrosslive.com, an SMX World Championship Series event.
Skip the hassle and sell your home with the strongest cash offer this fall. The guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate is the easiest way to sell your home. Hey, it's Aaron Jacobson here, and with the guaranteed offer, you can skip the uncertainty and sell your home fast for all cash in as little as 21 days. No showings, no open houses, and no costly repairs. Just cash in hand and a stress-free sale. Listener Ryan said this: Mark Spain Real Estate exceeded our expectations by helping us achieve significantly over our asking price. We received much more than we ever anticipated. We cannot recommend Mark Spain Real Estate enough. Mark Spain Real Estate, they've been serving families for nearly 30 years and have helped over 58,000 satisfied clients. You can trust the top real estate team in the U.S. to sell your home fast and for maximum profit. Their guaranteed offer gives you the peace of mind that your home's going to be sold when you need it to be sold. Just go to markspain.com right now and find out what your guaranteed offer would be. That's markspain.com and start packing.
Attention Tampa Bay foodies, get ready for Sunday Sauce at Emoto Supply Co., featuring the one and only viral chef Eat with Alyssa. You've seen her videos, you've mastered her recipes, now's your chance to try it in person. Join us Sunday, December 1st from noon to 3 p.m. for a day filled with incredible flavors and community vibes. Plus, we're giving back. Bring canned goods to support Feeding Tampa Bay. Don't miss Sunday Sauce at Emoto Supply Co., where great food meets good vibes. See you there.
Streaming on iHeartRadio and live on WDAE. Here's an Around the League update.
And it's brought to you by Root Air Conditioning, powered locally by Ferguson HVAC. Some wild endings to 1 o'clock games, and a couple of games are still happening. Actually, one game is in overtime. Vikings and the Bears are tied at 27. That game is in overtime. Caleb Williams is at 347 yards passing and a couple of touchdowns there. We'll keep you updated. 4 o'clock games underway. Broncos and the Raiders, they are scoreless in the first. 49ers and Packers also scoreless in the first. Ditto. Cardinals and Seahawks. Eagles visit the Rams tonight. Earlier today, the Lions improved to 10-1, 24-6 win at Indianapolis. And then you had the Cowboys holding off the Commandos 34-26. The Chiefs improved to 10-1. They win at Carolina, but they needed a late field goal to do it. 30-27 was the final there. The Titans beat the Texans 32-27. And the Dolphins all over the Patriots 34-15. Get reliable cooling and comfort installed by certified Root Pro partner. Go to rootacflorida.com. That's rootacflorida.com. Powered locally by Ferguson HVAC.
This is Overtime, driven by Bartow Ford. Taking your reaction now. Chat it up live on YouTube by searching WDAE on the home of the best Bucs coverage across Tampa Bay. 95.3 WDAE and AM 620.
The Overtime Show continues, driven by Bartow Ford. Don't go the wrong way for your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Go to bartowford.com. They're different, and they will prove it. TKras with you on the Overtime Show. A dominant Buccaneer win. How about that, huh? A nice pre-Thanksgiving present to Tampa Bay. Buccaneers 30, the Giants 7. Baker Mayfield was exceptional, 24 of 30. He completed passes to 11 different receivers. Touchdown run. He kind of mocked Tommy DeVito there with the touchdown celebration. He's 40 yards down the field blocking on that 56-yard run by Bucky Irving. Just fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And the Buccaneer defense sacking Tommy Tutone, Spitshine Tommy. You know, I don't know. They didn't go, you didn't hear. They didn't go up there and tell you. You know, you don't play quarterback anymore. He was sacked 4 times. The Giants are just so bad. I feel bad for a guy like Dexter Lawrence, who's just a tremendous player. But the Buccaneer offensive line deserves a lot of credit. Baker wasn't sacked. He was hit twice. In fact, he suffered a stinger injury because he ran into his own guy, Lou Gedeke. But the Bucs did have a couple of other injuries. Baker did come back to the game. So, look, he's a tough guy, man. He's tough as personified. But Jordan Whitehead and Joe Tryon-Shoyinka went out with injuries. You're going to hear from Todd Bowles coming up in the next segment. And you'll also hear from Baker Mayfield coming up as well. Buccaneers with a dominant win, 30-7. We'll come back. We've got the player of the game, and you'll also hear from Buccaneer head coach Todd Bowles. That is next here on Overtime.
Let the magic of the holidays begin with you. Share some joy with a child in need through the Salvation Army and Achieva Credit Union's Angel Tree Giving Celebration. This year, hundreds of kids in our community hope to have a happy holiday, and you can help. Visit your closest Achieva Credit Union branch, select an angel tag with the child's name, and bring back your gift before December 11th. Join us in giving back to our community, one gift at a time. Visit www.achievacu.com to find a branch near you. Achieva is federally insured by the NCUA.
Dear kids, thank you for all your holiday joy. Thank you for your curious eyes that keep us searching for creative hiding spots. Thank you for bringing us into your snowball fights. And thank you for reminding us that December is our favorite month too. Find something that brings out the kid in you at the Lexus December to Remember sales event. Get offers on select vehicles now through January 2nd. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
International Diamond Center's most anticipated sale of the year is this weekend, Friday through Sunday, our biggest and final store-wide event. Get up to 20% off or 3 years zero-interest financing. Getting engaged, upgrading your diamond, looking for that perfect gift? You can't miss this. IDC's best prices on all rings, all earrings, all bands, all bracelets, all fashion jewelry. Save up to 20% or get 3 years zero-interest financing. And special pricing on over 1,000 GIA-certified diamonds. Friday through Sunday only, and only at IDC. Tampa, Clearwater, Lakeland, and Sarasota.
Hi, this is Bobby Maggie. At Maggie Tax Advisory and Financial Group, we're committed to our community, and this year we're going above and beyond. We're giving one deserving family in the area the gift of 12 months of mortgage or rent payments. Do you know a family struggling to make ends meet? Perhaps it's yours. Visit our website at MaggieGivesBack.com. That's MaggieGivesBack.com to apply or nominate a family in need or even donate to this incredible cause. Visit MaggieGivesBack.com today and nominate a family. Let's all give back to the community.
This is Overtime, driven by Bartow Ford. Taking your reaction now. 888-546-4620. On the home of the best Bucs coverage across Tampa Bay. 95.3 WDAE and AM 620. Streaming live on the free iHeartRadio app.
That is what it's supposed to look like. Buccaneers dominate the Giants 30-7 as they improve to 5-6 on the season. A game behind the idle Falcons for first place in the NFC South. The Falcons had the bye this week, and they also snapped that 4-game losing streak. 888-546-4620. That's the number on the Bates Electric DA listener line. More of your calls, more of your texts coming up. But let's head back to MetLife Stadium and get the thoughts of Buccaneer head coach Todd Bowles. What did he have to say in his post-game presser? Here he is.
To break that streak and come out here after the bye and have such a convincing win.
It's good concentration. The guys focused on the little things. For the most part, we executed on both sides of the football. Still like to finish the game a little better, but they came back mentally tougher, and they came back ready to play.
All three running backs scored a touchdown. They were all involved fairly early in the game. Was that the plan during the bye week, was to make sure they all got their touches?
Yeah, we tried to make sure they got some touches during the game. We just got to hold on to the ball.
Didn't know if you had an update on the status of Jordan Whitehead with his pectoral injury.
Not at this time, I don't know.
Pretty valuable picking up a safety on the waiver wire when an injury like that happens. Can you just talk about, it looked like Mike Edwards, the plan was for him to come out there on third down, dime packages. Just what'd you see out of him?
Just calmness. He understands the game very well. He can read routes. He calms the guys down out there. He communicates very well. Thought he did a good job.
What are your thoughts on Baker Mayfield today?
He did a heck of a job. Baker just plays ball. He loves playing ball. He had some great scrambles. He bought some time. He made some runs. He played a heck of a ball game.
Elijah Cansey was involved in a lot of plays. He had a sack, quarterback hit. I think he, recovered a fumble. Just talk about his ability to make impact plays.
Really coming into his own right now, starting to be a leader for us as well off the field and on the field, and he's really playing fast for us.
I I noticed on I think it was all 4 of those sacks, you had a DB blitzing. Obviously, you had a DB blitzing on Antoine's, but just what that allows guys to do up the middle, Cansey, Vea, when you've got that kind of pressure kind of coming off the edge.
I think it all starts with Mike Edwards. You know, Mike allows us to do certain things. He allows Antoine to be Antoine and Jordan to be Jordan. He allows the backers to free up some things for us. So, and it gets the D-line to tee off when you know you got a safety valve back there that can see a lot of things. So it really helped us. And I know it doesn't look like it helped us because he was in the back, but he really helped us up front and let those guys go.
Can you talk about
Buccaneer head coach Todd Bowles, post-game. This is the Overtime Show on WDAE.
I thought he looked just like he did before he got hurt. He made some catches early, made some throughout the ball game. He was fresh. He felt good afterwards, and it was good to have him back.
What can you say, too, about the way Baker spread the ball around to so many different receiving targets?
I think when Mike was hurt, it got him to trust a lot of the other guys. So now with Mike back, he can spread it around easier without having to think about and look at who's there, and everybody understands what they're doing. So everybody's in sync.
How about for Sterling Shepard? I mean, before Tampa Bay gave him that phone call, he thought that his career might be over. He came in today and was very valuable for what you guys were trying to do on offense.
Sterling's been great for us all year. He's our energizer bunny. He's very good out on the field. He plays fast. He can run the ball. He can run great routes. He's got great hands. He's a heck of a competitor.
What'd you think of Baker's touchdown celebration there?
I didn't see it, so what was it? I seriously, I didn't see it. What was it?
Oh, he channeled Tommy DeVito's little, you know.
Oh.
I'm not going to do it because I would be very horrible at it.
I honestly didn't see it.
Yeah, he channeled Tommy DeVito on his celebration.
I didn't know what that celebration was either, so I gotcha.
What would you have liked to see your team do better? I mean, it's such a convincing win, but you said you didn't like necessarily...
Finish the ball game. Finish the ball game. Defense, don't let them go down the field. And then offense, you got 2 downs to get 2 yards. We got to get that and close the game out.
I know Zion wasn't probably 100% with that hamstring.
Todd Bowles, post-game press conference. This is the Overtime Show on WDAE.
Just how big was that for you guys as a defense and what you were trying to accomplish?
And I thought they played a smart football game. They were under control. They didn't let the ball go out too many times. The ball didn't go over our head. So I thought they played a smart football game, and they focused on everything they had to do that we talked about during the week.
And what was the lead-up like with Zion, too, in terms of determining his readiness? Because I know he missed those 2 practices this week. He came out Friday and was full. But at what point did you know, okay, he's going to be okay to go?
I didn't know until after Friday when he was full. Up until on Friday, I was wanting to see some things, and it forced him to concentrate. And Zion at 80-90% is better than most people the way he moves. So he can play quite a few games.
Was the plan with Edwards when you got him, he's only been here for a short time, that he was going to be that middle of the field pass defender that you needed on 3rd down or any down that you thought you had an advantage there?
But we're going to move him around. It's just that we couldn't get too much in a week. But right now, for this game, he was the middle of the field player. But, he's going to be active in our defense doing certain things. And just to give him things he was familiar with that he could do so he can get on the field and, kind of secure some things for us.
That's Buccaneer head coach Todd Bowles. No update on Jordan Whitehead. That seems to be a concerning injury, a pectoral. He went out of the game. All 3 running backs scored in today's game, and Bowles said, look, that was by design. We're hoping to get all 3 of them involved moving forward. Quarterback's best friend is always a really good run game. And today the Buccaneers rushed for over 150 yards, and all 3 guys, including Sean Tucker. Now, he's got to hold on to the ball. He lost a fumble, too. And Baker, Johnny on the spot on another fumble, pounced on it. Baker's just a smart player, man. He's smart. He's heady. He's fearless. He's a competitor. And he is a wise guy. There's no doubt about that either. The whole Tommy Cutlett's, celebration there. He knows how to get under the skin of opponents, there's no doubt. We'll come back. Player of the game and your phone calls. This is the Overtime Show.
In today's Marketers Report, Kate Cronin, Chief Brand Officer of Moderna, weighs in on the speed of audio production.
in this day and age, and particularly at Moderna, where we have new information coming out on a regular basis, being able to feed that information to the audio format makes being nimble and pivoting easy, and that's what I really like about it.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, influencers, insights, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
All the talks we've had over the years, including what you've told me about not using alcohol and other drugs, they stick with me. And believe it or not, they really do make a difference, especially at times that matter most.
Hey, want a drink?
No thanks, I'm good. So thank you, Dad, for talking and preparing me for what's ahead.
Thank you for talking.
For tips to start the talk, turn to Central Florida Behavioral Health Network at cfbhn.org. Central Florida Behavioral Health Network is a managing entity contracted with the Department of Children and Families.
Thanksgiving is a time to reflect on our blessings and share moments with family and friends. May your holiday be filled with love, laughter, and delicious food. Wishing you a happy Thanksgiving from everyone at iHeartMedia and Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys.
TKras here for my friends over at Green Tech Roofing and Solar. Get your home ready for the holidays, and my guys over at Green Tech can help you do it. Locally owned, licensed, and trusted by the Tampa Bay community. They helped me out right after the hurricane. They can help you out as well. Over 400 five-star reviews. They do commercial, they do residential, they do great work in total. So hit on them, greentechroofing.com. You can schedule your free roof inspection. Tell them TKras sent you. Green Tech Roofing and Solar, the #1 roofing solution in Tampa Bay.
New South Window lives southern weather. We prioritize keeping your family and your home comfortable all year round. That's why our energy-efficient windows and doors are made, installed, and guaranteed for life.
Save 35% off. Visit newsouthwindow.com/radio.
Broadcasting from the Rude Air Conditioning Studios, the home of your Tampa Bay Rays. We are 95.3 W237CW Pinellas Park, WRUB HD3 Clearwater, and the mighty AM 620 WDAE St. Petersburg, an iHeart radio station. This is Overtime, driven by Bartow Ford, taking your reaction. Now, text your thoughts to 82945 on the home of the best Bucs coverage across Tampa Bay. 95.3 WDAE and AM 620. Streaming live on Alexa.
The Overtime Show rolls on a Sunday afternoon. Buccaneers look good coming out of the bye. 30-7. They absolutely crush the lifeless New York Football Giants as the Bucs improved to 5-6 on the season. The Giants 2-9 on the year, including 0-6 at home. The Giants, one of two teams in the NFL without a victory at home. The other team is the Dallas Cowboys, who got a win today, but it was in Landover on the road against the Washington Commanders. By the way, the Giants and the Cowboys, what a snooze fest that's going to be on Thanksgiving. Nobody wants to see those two teams while you're stuffing your faces on Thanksgiving, I can tell you that. We got player of the game coming up. Let's go back to the phones. Nick is in Palmetto. Nick, you're on the Overtime Show.
Hey, what's up, TKras?
Hey, buddy.
Hey. So, great early birthday. I'll be dirty 30 tomorrow, and they scored 30 on it, so it feels great.
Hey, happy birthday, Nick.
Hey.
That's
thank
awesome.
Thank you.
Are you doing something special for your 30th?
No, well, today we're going out to St. Pete. They have some kind of Asian market thing going out there, so me and my wife are going out with the kids to the Asian market.
Very, very nice, man. Enjoy yourself. Yeah. And bundle up the kids there. Yeah, bundle up the kids.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, 1 of 7 now. 1 of 7. All right, we run it through. This is my prediction. Last week of the season, all right, we're going to be 9-7. Atlanta's going to be 8-8. At that point, I don't know. We got the Saints. They got Carolina. It'll be a fun week. That's what I say. All right, they might go to 9-8, and we could still win if Carolina gets the upset. And then you were right on your prediction of being 9-8. I personally had them at 10-7, so hopefully they get that one.
Hey,
they can go in the season division winners.
All the Bucs have to do, Nick, and thanks for the phone call and happy birthday, buddy. Thank you.
Thank you.
You got it. That's Nick in Palmetto. It's great stuff there. I love hearing happy things. The Bucs just have to take care of their own business. If they take care of their own business, oh my gosh, I mean, based on what you saw today, The Chiefs almost lost to Carolina. Anything can happen. Every week you see teams rising up when they're not supposed to and give a really good team a run for their money, if not beat them outright. Now, Atlanta was on the bye this week. I'm sure they were sitting back and watching the Buccaneers, and Atlanta is thinking, oof. And I know Raheem, too. He's thinking, man, oh, man, we cannot afford to let up because the Buccaneers are right on our tail. Even though we beat them twice, here they are coming back. They look really good today. Baker's doing his thing. But Atlanta now is a game, really they're 2 games up, honestly, because they won both meetings. So the Buccaneers have to finish with a better record than the Falcons. So right now the Falcons are 2 games up. But the Bucs just have to take care of their own business. And next week, they're playing a Carolina team that's really played good football the last 3 weeks. Let's not, dismiss them altogether. I think Carolina right now is a way more competitive team than the New York Giants. Not even close. The Giants are absolutely dreadful. All right, when we come back, who was the player of the game? We're going to give that to you guys coming up next. This is Overtime plus more of your calls.
Hey, it's Aaron Jacobson, and I'm excited to talk with my friend Mark of Mark Spain. Mark, as you know, many people want a simple home selling experience. Can you explain why the guaranteed offer takes away all the stress and makes the process so easy?
The Mark Spain Real Estate Guaranteed Offer eliminates the hassle of a traditional home sale by no showings, no open houses, no lock boxes. It's really a very simple process. We bring you a strong cash offer. You close in as little as 21 days. And you don't have all those crazy contingencies and crazy hurdles to overcome with a traditional home sale.
Thanks, Mark. Don't let the home selling process overwhelm you. Mark Spain Real Estate's guaranteed offer allows you to bypass the market, skip the hassle, and receive the strongest cash offer in the industry. Selling your home, it's a big decision. That's why who you work with matters. Check it out now. Just go to markspain.com so you can find out what the guaranteed offer on your home will be today. There's no obligation. It's easy. Go to markspain.com and start packing.
Attention, plumbing, HVAC, and electrical business owners. Tracking KPIs is one of the hardest parts of running a contracting business. Improving KPIs is even harder. Well, Service Titan is here to change all that. The smartest contractors are using Service Titan's powerful all-in-one software to gain new levels of insights into their operations. Service Titan connects the dots in real time to give you a crystal clear picture of your business, from job costs to revenue to employee effectiveness and more. Listen to what some of Service Titan's current partners have to say.
We got Service Titan as a CRM. It was our 5th CRM, and it was a game changer. I got to tell you.
We have had more million-dollar months on Service Titan than we have ever before.
It changed the way that we went to market.
Service Titan has really aided us to take us from a small business to an enterprise.
Service Titan is not just a software platform. It's the technology partner you need to help your business thrive. Your office will love it. Your technicians will love it. So will your customers. Schedule a demo today at servicetitan.com. That's servicetitan.com.
Who stood out among the rest? This is today's player of the game, live on Overtime.
Mayfield steps up. He's going to run it. Mayfield at the 5, trying to get in, and he does! Touchdown! Ball came out after Mayfield crossed the line, and what a run for Baker Mayfield, doing the Tommy DeVito in the Giants' end zone. Oh, boy.
Oh, boy's right. Andrew Catalan with the call, the NFL on CBS. Jason McCourty, Tiki Barber also on the call there. Baker Mayfield, 10-yard touchdown run late in the second quarter. And then he came up doing his little Tommy DeVito thing. Hey, what's the matter with you, huh? Hey, he got a little out of order himself. He insulted him a little bit. But Baker Mayfield, 4 carries, 29 yards, and a touchdown. He had a couple of other big scrambles, including that 10-yard touchdown right there. And he had he was in complete control, of the offense. 24 of 30 passing for 294 yards, and he was not sacked. Baker Mayfield, your player of the game. 888-546-4620. And, of course, that big block down the field. Dude is 40 yards down the field looking to block somebody on that Bucky Irving 56-yard run. What a competitor, man. Gary's in Inglewood. Gary, what's going on?
Man, if I was our coach, I'd say, Mayfield, settle down. You don't need to be blocking no 40 yards out. Come on. I mean, what happens if he goes down, man? It's just going to be bad. We guess you got to take a lesson from Tom Brady. Hey, just let the playmaker make the play. I mean, I love his spirit, but it makes me nervous when he's doing that. Yeah. I mean, he's on fire. I got to agree with everything you said, but we'd like to let him be here for the rest of the season.
Listen,
right?
Trust me, Todd Bowles has talked to Baker over and over again about protecting himself and his value to the team, but Baker's a football player, man. He's just going to go out there and leave it all on the line. That's why you got to love the guy. I have newfound respect for him.
Absolutely. He's a gamer, man. I love it. But the longevity of our winning streak should be in the back of his mind. I mean, I love it that he's a gamer, but you're right. Great game. Nobody should have a complaint. They were in control. They knew what they were doing. They were playing with a purpose. They looked fantastic.
They did, Gary, and I appreciate the phone call. Happy Thanksgiving to you and yours. That's Gary in Inglewood. That game was never in question. Absolutely never. You don't see too many lopsided games in the NFL like the one we just saw. That was non-competitive football. The Giants had no business being out there, honestly. None. It was pathetic. Speaking of Baker, our player of the game, you're going to hear from him a little bit later on. More of your calls and texts coming up. And kind of a look ahead, too, to next week. 6 more games to go. Can the Buccaneers go on a run? We'll talk about it next. This is Overtime. We'll be back.
It's a December to remember at Wesley Chapel Lexus, the largest Lexus dealer on Florida's West Coast. Drive home a new Lexus RX, our best-selling SUV for over a decade. Or the new Lexus TX with all-new third row. Plus, you get our exclusive lifetime plan. Plenty of new Lexus inventory arriving daily. When you think Lexus, think Wesley Chapel Lexus. WesleyChapelLexus.com. Largest dealer on Florida's West Coast based on volume in 2021, 2022, 2023.
This month, the Tampa YMCA wants to help you find your passion. At the Y, you'll find the most innovative fitness centers, a variety of group exercise classes, and you'll discover amazing programs for kids like sports, swim lessons, and camp. Families find quality time, seniors connect with friends, and everyone belongs to an organization dedicated to serving our community. There has never been a better time to find your why. Visit TampaYMCA.org to join today.
Black Friday is here, and your local Ford dealer is holiday ready with great offers sure to bring you joy. With new inventory arriving daily, now's the time to take home the legendary Ford F-150, the truck at the top of everyone's list, or Ford Expedition, an SUV with room for all your passengers and presents. And if you're ready for big holiday thrills, unwrap the Built Wild Bronco SUV. Are you holiday ready? The Black Friday sales event ends December 2nd. See your local Ford dealer today.
Attention Tampa Bay foodies, get ready for Sunday sauce at Emoto Supply Co., featuring the one and only viral chef Eat with Alyssa. You've seen her videos, you've mastered her recipes, now's your chance to try it in person. Join us Sunday, December 1st from noon to 3 p.m. for a day filled with incredible flavors and community vibes. Plus, we're giving back. Bring canned goods to support Feeding Tampa Bay. Don't miss Sunday sauce at Emoto Supply Co., where great food meets good vibes. See you there.
Streaming on iHeartRadio and live on WDAE. Here's an Around the League update.
And it's brought to you by Root Air Conditioning, powered locally by Ferguson HVAC. Let's take a look at the 4 o'clock games in Vegas. Raiders lead the Broncos 7-3. They're in the second. Late in the first in Lambeau, it's all Packers so far. They're up 10-0 on the 49ers, who are without Brock Purdy and Nick Bosa. And end of the first in Seattle, Cardinals and Seahawks are scoreless. Tonight, the 8-2 Eagles visit the 5-5 Rams. Earlier today, a couple of wild games that went right down to the wire. In overtime, the Vikings beat the Bears 30-27. Lions improved to 10-1. They beat up on the Colts 24-6. The Chiefs improved to 10-1. They barely escaped from Carolina with a 30-27 win. The Titans with an upset of the Texans, 32-27. Cowboys in a wild one hold off the Commanders 34-26. And the Dolphins got 4 touchdown passes from Tua. They beat up on the Patriots 34-15. Get reliable cooling and comfort installed by certified Ruud Pro Partner. Go to RuudACFlorida.com to schedule your service today. That's RuudACFlorida.com, powered locally by Ferguson HVAC.
Is Overtime, driven by Bartow Ford. Taking your reaction now. Chat it up live on YouTube by searching WDAE on the home of the best Bucs coverage across Tampa Bay. 95.3 WDAE and AM 620.
The Overtime Show continues, driven by Bartow Ford. Don't go the wrong way for your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Go to BartowFord.com. They're different, and they will prove it. Taking your phone calls on the Bates Electric DA listener line, 888-546-4620. Text at 82945. We've got the play of the game coming up, Baker Mayfield's presser, game highlights, and so much more as we close in on 5 o'clock here on a Sunday afternoon after a big Buccaneer win. They're now 5-6. You know, they're a game out. They're 5-6. The Falcons are 6-5, but don't forget the Falcons beat the Bucs twice, so the Falcons are really 2 games up in the NFC South. But look, the Bucs are hanging around, and their schedule the second half of the season is the easiest in the NFC and the second easiest in the NFL. They had a more difficult schedule in the first half, especially those 3 games right before the bye. Unfortunately, they fell short. If they could have won one of those games, I mean, then you're sitting at 6-5. You're tied with the Falcons. And then, listen, the division is right there for the taking. Right there. Next week, the Bucs go to Carolina, who gave the Chiefs all they could handle today before Kansas City drove right down the field in a tie game, set up a field goal. That's what Patrick Mahomes does. And the Chiefs were able to escape with a 30-27 win. But I tell you, last 3 weeks, Dave Canales' club is playing some tough football. They're not going to roll over the way the Giants rolled over today. Mark my words. Let's go to Skip in Tampa. Skip, you're on the Overtime Show. What's going on, buddy?
Hey, good evening. Thanks for having me. First of all, Tom, you're looking a little soft on the radio. But wanted to mention that.
What are you talking about?
I know I'm busting your chops. The Bucs are fantastic. Baker Mayfield, that's a complete rebuild. Fantastic performance. Fantastic job. He's resurrected everything, and I agree with you. He's a competitor. He's a football player, and he's leading the team. And the byproduct is that we're in this. When I thought we were out. But we're actually in.
You're in.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, Skip. I appreciate it. They're absolutely in. And kudos to Jason Light and Todd Bowles because they took a chance on Baker. I was against it, as you guys know at the time. I just thought Baker was bouncing around from one team to another. It's like, okay, now you're looking at a journeyman, former number 1 overall pick, somewhat controversial guy with some maturity issues, inconsistent play. But they brought him in. They took a chance on him, and kudos to Baker. He put his head down. I think he transformed his persona. He became more mature, became a really likable guy. He embraced this area just as much as the area embraced him, and he is the unquestioned leader of this team. It's not close. The guys love him. Absolutely adore him. Let's go to Dan in Eastlake. What's going on, Dan? How are you, bud?
I'm doing good, TKras. How about yourself?
Doing well. Hanging in there.
Before I talk about the game, TKras, I just got to say, since it is Thanksgiving Thursday, I want to say I'm really thankful to have you on WDAE on this Bucs playoff jersey, and I'm very thankful for that you appreciate that I call in despite my autism. So I want you to know I'm very thankful for you at WDA. You're part of my Bucs family at WDA. So thank you so much, TKras, for letting me call in every week.
I appreciate you, Dan. You're part of our family as well, and I always look forward to you calling in. What about the game today? What'd you think?
Well, TKras, winning isn't everything. It's just a hell of a lot better than losing. But it's like you said, we control our own destiny. It's nice when, you don't have to rely on other teams. I know we still have to do that, but like you said, we have the second easiest schedule in the NFL and the easiest in the NFC. And this team looks like a completely different team, TKras, but it's all about the next game. And I just got to say, it feels good to see Mike back out there, even though the broadcast said he's not 100%. It really does make a big difference when you have Mike Evans out there. It's a completely different team, but I'm happy, TKras, that we won. But like Todd Bowles said, you have a 24-hour rule. They're probably going to fly home either tonight or tomorrow, and then with Thanksgiving being Thursday, it's a little bit of an off schedule, but it's back to work next week against Carolina, TKras. But whatever happens, I like our chances, TKras, because just when you think you've seen it all, you really haven't seen anything yet. And judging by the way this NFL season is, you never know what the heck's going to happen. But whatever happens, TKras, I'm just truly blessed and thankful to have you and everybody along my way. And I hope, TKras, that you have a good rest of your Sunday. I really do hope you have a warm, happy, and healthy Thanksgiving. Thank you so much, TKras, for taking my call. You have a good rest of your Sunday, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye. Go Bucs.
Go Bucs. Thank you so much, Dan. Dan in Eastlake. I appreciate you, buddy. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family as well, and to all of you. I'm thankful just to be in this chair during the week on the drive, as well as Buccaneer game day with countdown to kickoff and overtime, and for my health and great family and friends and all that good stuff. I'm thankful for this weather. It's just simply stupendous. All right, when we come back, more of your calls, more of your texts. We've got the play of the game, Baker Mayfield's presser, game highlights, all of that still ahead. This is Overtime after a dominant Buccaneer win.
Bet live with Hard Rock Bet. Real-time wagering till the very last play. Missing the kickoff doesn't mean all bets are off.
Delay a game on the guy who hasn't bet yet.
Sometimes you just know your team is going to come back. There's sportsbook for every kind of player.
Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us.
Get up to $100 back if your first bet doesn't win. Payable and bonus bet up to $100, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Quitting tobacco isn't easy. The good news is Tobacco-Free Florida is here to help you quit your way. When you call Tobacco-Free Florida's phone quit service, you'll receive one-on-one sessions with a coach who can help you on your quit journey. You may also qualify for free nicotine replacement therapy like patches, gum, or lozenges. Whatever your reason to quit is, Tobacco-Free Florida can help you get started. Call 1-877-YOU-CAN-NOW.
What's the Anna Jar and Levine difference? If you're the victim of a car crash, you will always speak to a lawyer. You'll always get the highest standard of care from our dedicated legal team, and we'll always fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. That's the Anna Jar and Levine difference. Call our legal team right now for a free consultation. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. Don't wait. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
Main office, Tampa.
TKras here for my friends over at Green Tech Roofing and Solar. Get your home ready for the holidays, and my guys over at Green Tech can help you do it. Locally owned, licensed, and trusted by the Tampa Bay community. They helped me out right after the hurricane. They can help you out as well. Over 400 five-star reviews. They do commercial. They do residential. They do great work in total. So hit on them. GreenTechRoofing.com. You can schedule your free roof inspection. Tell them TKras sent you. Green Tech Roofing and Solar, the #1 roofing solution in Tampa Bay.
This is Overtime, driven by Bartow Ford. Taking your reaction now. 888-546-4620. On the home of the best Bucs coverage across Tampa Bay. 95.3 WDAE and AM 620. Streaming live on the free iHeartRadio app.
Overtime rolls on, presented by Bartow Ford. Don't go the wrong way for your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Go to bartowford.com. They're different, and they will prove it. Play of the game is coming up. We also have Baker Mayfield's presser coming up as well. He was fantastic again today. Buccaneers 30, Giants 7. A great way to kick off, well, for the Buccaneers, the second half of their season coming out of the bye. The bye came at a good time, 4 straight losses. Everyone just needed to get away. Get away, just kind of regroup, forget about football for a while, self-scout, self-evaluate, come back refreshed, and Levante David looked refreshed. Made a couple of big plays, forced a fumble, made another key stop to turn the Giants away, to turn them over on downs. You know, Antoine Winfield Jr., he did have a sack, but then he cost me a chance to win my parlay by dropping that interception early in the game. Oh, my gosh, Antoine. Jordan Whitehead did go down with an injury, so we'll have to find out the extent of that injury. Todd Bowles did not have any new information on that after the game. He'll have an MRI, I'm sure. It didn't look good. He ran off the field in a lot of pain, holding his chest area, his pectoral area, and hopefully it's not a long-term issue. I mean, how many more injuries, man, can the Buccaneers sustain? How many more? Bucs at Carolina next Sunday at 1 o'clock. The Bucs were up in MetLife Stadium up in Jersey, and my next caller had a front row seat to that ass whooping today that the Bucs gave to the Giants. KZ, what's up, man?
TKras, what's going on, my brother? Can you hear me?
I can hear you fine.
Man, it was beautiful to see all the red in the stadium. It was great, man. I met some great fans. Had a long conversation with our third string quarterback's mom. She's pretty cool. It was great, man. I will say this. So where I was sitting, I think I sent you a video. I'm sitting at the end of the end zone, like second, third row, and you get to see the plays develop really well. So you can be extra critical of certain things, and we played really, really good. I wish Baker would have made that connection to McMillan.
Right.
It might have been one of the prettiest touchdowns of the season. It was so beautiful, and he just overthrew him. I'll say this: we looked good, but we were playing the Giants, and they were just horrible. This game against Carolina next week is not going to be an easy one. They're playing spirited ball now. You know, they're in the spoiler role, so we need to be prepared for that. But if we can just put some wins together, like we are a really good team. And I'll say this, because it's great to see it in person. Vita Vea is an animal.
Yeah, man.
Did you see?
I saw when he trucked Schmitz or whatever it is for the sack.
Oh, my God.
That's going to be on, what's his face? Does the whole pancake feature?
Yeah, man.
Without question, that will be on Jeff Saturday's pancake feature this week.
It was so beautiful to see. And I'm going to tell you what I didn't like, and I understand it's coaching. So Vita and Cansey, they're on a snap. Now, I don't want to say a snap count, but they may get 64% of the defensive snaps. When they're out of the game, our defense is entirely different. The drive that the Giants actually scored on, Cansey and Vita weren't in. The start of the fourth quarter, they were not in. And it's so different. When them two are out, it's like you just have Yaya. Gaines looked okay, but it's a total different defense, my brother. So we got to find some help from our backup and our reserves, because when they're out, offenses are going to take advantage. But we looked good. Dean looked fine. Zion McCullum, he's bigger in person than I thought he was. We look good. We look really, really good. And there's a Buck fan, I think he goes by the name of Kareem. This guy had the whole stadium in awe. Red contacts, these like tall. It was amazing. It was great, man. It was a great feeling, brother. I'm enjoying myself, and I didn't get thrown out the bar. I'm great. Great win. Great
Just
win, man.
just stay away from Big Shirley. It's Thanksgiving week,
Yeah, Big Shirley had a bye. She's a Falcons fan, so she had a bye this week. I'll see her next week.
All right, my man. Have a great Thanksgiving. I'm glad you were there to watch them win. That was awesome.
Oh, yeah. All right, man.
Be good. We'll talk to you
Bye-bye.
next week. That's Casey up in Jersey. He was at the game. What a great game to go to. He went to watch the varsity beat up on the junior varsity because that's exactly what it looked like today. The Giants are so bad. Everybody is getting fired. Everybody. My goodness. Guys making business decisions. Rough, man. All right, more of your calls coming up. Daryl, I see you there. You're up next. Also on the way back. What was the biggest play of today's game? We're going to play it for you coming up next here on Overtime, plus more of your calls. Stay with us.
Skip the hassle and sell your home with the strongest cash offer this fall. The guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate is the easiest way to sell your home. Hey, it's Aaron Jacobson here, and with the guaranteed offer, you can skip the uncertainty and sell your home fast for all cash in as little as 21 days. Mark Spain Real Estate has been serving families for nearly 30 years and have helped over 58,000 satisfied clients. Trust the top real estate team in the U.S. to sell your home fast and for maximum profit. Go to markspain.com and find out what your guaranteed offer would be today and start packing.
I'm John Morgan. When you call Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm, your very own army springs into action immediately, 24/7. Our investigators, legal staff, and over 900 lawyers work together to fight to get you the best result as quickly and easily as possible. Insurance companies know who we are, and now you know it too. This firm was built for greatness. This firm was built for you. Injured? Call your army. We're ready to roll. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Football demands the best from its players, and chiropractic care helps them deliver. Regular chiropractic adjustments at The Joint Chiropractic help athletes and non-athletes alike enhance performance. Our expert chiropractors can help with personalized care, open evenings and weekends. Go to thejoint.com to find a location near you. The Joint Chiropractic is proud to be an official chiropractor of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Go to Buccaneers.com under contests and promotions in the Fans tab to download the Bucs $19 initial visit special today.
St. Pete Clearwater is still shining. The sun is out, the weather feels just right, and we're ready to welcome you back to the vibrant Gulf Coast. Tour Audubon's Birds of America at the Museum of Fine Arts, or explore wildlife up close with Get Up and Go kayaking. Set sail with Captain Memo's Pirate Cruise, or play 18 holes on world-class courses. Save 30% or more on select hotels and attractions at StillShiningDeals.com. Brought to you by Visit St. Pete Clearwater, home to America's favorite beaches.
1, 2, 3. Broadcasting live from the Rude Air Conditioning Studios. We are Tampa Bay's home for sports and Buccaneers fans around the world. Over 20 years and counting. 95.3 WDAE and the mighty AM 620. Powered locally by Ferguson HVAC.
Play big, let's go.
The moment that stood out above them all. This is today's play of the game, presented by Wesley Chapel Lexus. Live on Overtime.
Irving breaks a couple of tackles.
Go.
Irving's got some daylight. Mayfield blocking for him. Irving still going to the 40-yard line. And how about Baker Mayfield in a 30-7 ball game, racing down the field to throw a block.
And he lands it, too, on Cordell Flott.
Unbelievable. That was Andrew Catalan, Tiki Barber with the call, the NFL on CBS. Baker Mayfield is 40 yards down the field. Buccaneers are up 30-7, and the dude is 40 yards down the field throwing blocks to try and get Bucky Irving even more yardage. An incredible play, and I thought one that really epitomized the game today. The Giants flailing, missing tackles, but you know what? That's Bucky Irving too. And he's got that rare ability to make guys miss. That, for me, is the number one prerequisite that you must have as a running back. He's got it. Whatever it is, Bucky Irving has got it. No question about it. And he was fantastic today, averaging over 7 yards a carry, 12 carries, 87 yards, a touchdown. And that 56-yarder was a thing of beauty. And that was today's play of the game, presented by Wesley Chapel Lexus. When you think Lexus, think Wesley Chapel Lexus, home of the exclusive Lexus Lifetime Plan and the largest Lexus dealer on Florida's West Coast. Online, hit them up, wesleychapellexus.com. So inside the Giants locker room, you're going to hear from Baker Mayfield, by the way, coming up in a matter of moments, his post-game presser. This is all you need to know about what's going on with the Giants. Dexter Lawrence, the best player right now. He called the Giants' play today soft. Malik Neighbors had a similar assessment of the team being soft, which is, I'm telling you, in conversations I've had with players and coaches over the years, that is like the cardinal sin. That is the one thing that nobody ever wants to be called. If you're a football player or a football team, soft. Jermaine Illuminor, Giants offensive lineman, quote, I personally don't think everybody is giving 100%, unquote. What a terrible situation, man. And that's one you never want to be in. If you're a football team, guys that making business decisions, what a mess the Giants are. Let's go back to the phones. Daryl is in Tampa. Daryl, what's going on?
Hey, TKras. Well, first let me say to you and all the WDAE family a happy upcoming Thanksgiving. And for Tommy, the Torpedo DeVito up there, thank you very much. The boss has made money. Everybody's happy. And you in the Giants locker room, you better shut up or you better find a discreet place in Jersey, if you know what I mean, for the next 48 hours. But congratulations to the Bucs. In your opinion, do you think we have a chance against Carolina, even though they're playing ginned up right now? What do you think, sir?
They do have a chance against Carolina, Daryl, and happy Thanksgiving to you and yours. I really appreciate it. It's Daryl in Tampa. Yes, they do. But make no mistake about it. Next week will be a much more competitive game than what you saw today. The Giants are in an awful place, a place that no football team should ever find themselves in. Carolina's playing well. They almost beat Kansas City today. That game was tied at 27 until Patrick Mahomes drove them down the field to set up the game-winning field goal. And then before that, Carolina won 2 games in a row. So the last 3 weeks, Dave Canales has his team playing spirited ball, and it looks like Bryce Young is starting to figure out the league a little bit. He's got some playmakers on the offensive side. The defense, which lost, remember, Derek Brown very early in the season, they're starting to come around a little bit too. So that is a potential trap game next week. Bucs at Carolina. The Bucs can still go in there, and they should win that game. Should win that game, though. Matt is in Clearwater. What's going on, Matt?
Hey, how's it going, TKras? I called a few months ago in May during the passing of my dad at the day that the anniversary of Steve Dumig, and just chiming in and just saying what a great way it is to grab a victory on the road, no less. I know the Giants are struggling, but, I mean, just such a joy to see, especially with Bucky, the way he's razzling, dazzling. He reminds me a little bit of work done back in the day. I mean, but you're right, he does. He has it, and it's fun to watch, you know. And especially on the demise of the Giants, I know it hurts them, but gosh, wherever victories we can get, we'll take it, brother.
Absolutely.
But I want to chime in as well. Kind of follow the lead of Daryl, just saying, all the best to you and your family and just the whole WDA family. You guys have been my therapy, so I just, you guys are just a remedy. I enjoy just, every year, everything you bring to the table, brother. I went to the home openers, Monday Night Football with the demise of Godwin, and your voice chimes through and through. I just continued praise, thoughts, and prayers We love you so much, brother. So definitely, if I can say it on the air, I definitely have some Maker's Mark and some Stogies for you whenever. So I know you don't know me from Adam, but I love you guys. You guys are great. So all the best to you. Happy holidays. Just you guys are wonderful. Go Bucs.
Go Bucs. Thank you so much, Matt. I mean, you have no idea what those words mean to me and my family. Thank you. And happy Thanksgiving to you and yours. That's Matt in Clearwater. And I saw your text. I think you texted in this week about the cigar. And that's very generous of you. I appreciate it very much. And one day I'm going to try and coordinate kind of like a night out for the listeners. And I'm working on that as we speak. Kind of like bourbon and cigars type of event somewhere where we can all get together. And that'd be great for the holidays, wouldn't it? Just kind of get together, everybody, just kind of relax and just reflect on a tumultuous year for everybody. Not just for me, just for everybody. But thank you, Matt, for the kind words. Happy Thanksgiving, my friend. Really, really appreciate it. We all do here at DAE. All right, when we come back, you're going to hear from Baker Mayfield, man. This guy continues to impress. Each and every week he does something that make you just love this guy even more so than you ever loved him before. I mean, gosh. I'm going to say and I've said this many, many times before, but when we come back, I'm only going to reiterate my thoughts and feelings on number 6, and that is coming up next, as well as the Baker Mayfield presser here on Overtime.
Experience the NFL with On Location, the official hospitality provider of the NFL. On Location offers official tickets and unrivaled access to all of the NFL's premier events, featuring exclusive partnerships with more than 20 NFL teams. On Location brings you up close for all of the action, providing fans with unforgettable moments from draft day to Super Bowl Sunday and everything in between. Visit onlocationexp.com/NFL for more information. That's onlocationexp.com/NFL.
Life is so confusing. I wish I had someone to talk to about tough stuff, you know? Like, I've heard drinking is bad, but I don't really know why. Not a lot of my friends do it, but the media makes it seem like all teenagers drink and do drugs. Talk to me, Dad. I can handle it. I'm in it to win it.
For tips to start the talk, turn to Central Florida Behavioral Health Network at cfbhn.org. Central Florida Behavioral Health Network is a managing entity contracted with the Department of Children and Families.
Attention. If you suffer from consistent pain in your joints caused by arthritis, overuse, or injury, you may be a candidate for a revolutionary therapy that could revitalize damaged tissue. This approach can provide long-lasting relief from pain in your knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. To find out if you're a viable candidate, you may request a free consultation from QC Kinetics by calling 813-921-2495. Instead of masking the symptoms, it goes to the root of the problem to resolve it at its source. Already used by thousands of satisfied patients nationwide, this joint pain therapy is available right now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. Again, to find out if you're a viable candidate for this therapy, you may request a free consultation by calling QC Kinetics at 813-921-2495. That's 813-921-2495.
This is the first word from the locker room, presented by Pitch Roofing.
Okay, welcome back. It is the Overtime Show. Great to have you with us. Tom Krasnicki here, Derek DeBose on the ones and twos. And let's head inside the locker room, and let's hear what Baker Mayfield had to say following today's 30-7 win over the New York Football Giants. Here's Baker Mayfield, presented by Pitch Roofing, roofing done right.
How are you feeling? The stinger.
Feel good. Feel good. Yeah, it's kind of an awkward little, not tackle, but diving in for the ball. Feel good, though.
Baker, it's been a while since you guys have been in the win column, almost a month or so. What was this effort like today? How did it feel? What made you guys come out and on fire the way you did?
Just the focus. Talked about it, getting away for the bye, get away from it for a little bit, and come back ready to roll, and play it 1 week at a time. And offensively we did that for 3 quarters for the most part, and that was the focus and energy we needed to play complementary football, and then come out in the second half and defense gets a turnover, and you put together a 95-yard drive. That's huge. That's complementary football. That's big time. That's what we've been looking for, and so it's good to see, and now we just need to build on it.
You finished that off with a kind of a whirling derby leap there in the end zone, and then I guess it was the DeVito celebration. Is that
tribute to Tommy? Yeah, he's a good dude. He's got swag.
Yeah, who came up with that?
Oh, I have no idea. I just see him do it.
No, but whose idea was it for you to do that? And when did you know you were going to do it?
Most of the times I don't know what I'm going to do, so there's spontaneous stuff.
That was just spontaneous? That was not planned? I mean, even your teammates got into it, too.
Yeah, New York fans love Tommy here, and give him something they like.
Are you Italian by any chance, or no?
I haven't done a 23andMe, but I don't know.
You talked about complementary football and that 95-yard drive. You had 2 scoring drives that took a lot of time off the clock, and allowed you guys to maintain possession. How important is it to have that possession, and how does that help you guys win games?
It's huge. Offensive line played unbelievable today. Obviously, with Tristan out, Justin School stepped up in a huge way, but all those guys played well against a team that is very good up front defensively. So proud of those guys, and sustaining those drives. It's back-breaking drives. It's the things that you keep the ball, your defense can go out there fresh, but then when you end with 7 points, it's even better. So big time by our guys.
Was it especially important to have a strong first half, given that you come in with a losing streak?
Yeah, absolutely, and especially just coming off the bye, not playing in a couple weeks, just coming out fast, strong, focused, and our guys did just that. But that was vital.
All 3 running backs had touchdowns today. We got them involved in the first drive. Is that part of the bye week plan that Liam put together, that you wanted to get those guys going right away?
Yeah, all 3 of those guys are playmakers. So it's how many times can you get the ball in their hands, and how often can you do it? So, when your O-line plays like that, you can continue to do it, feed those guys, and let them get into a rhythm, and they did just that. Bucky made some unbelievable plays. Sean obviously played well, but then, Rashad's screen in man coverage, being able to make a guy miss and get down there in the red zone, that's a really good play. And so all 3 of those guys did some special things today, and, we're going to continue to lean on them.
Speaking of Bucky, how would you rate your blocking performance on his 56-yard run?
I'll go back and look at the film. I think I got the job done for the most part. Could have done it quicker. Don't have eyes in the back of my head, though,
Baker Mayfield post-game presser right here on the Overtime Show. This is WDAE.
Chef's been obviously a longtime friend of mine, so it's been special. And then obviously him coming back here after he spent 8 years, it's I know it was big for him to get the win. And last night in the hotel, his girls are there. They're obviously back home, but wearing different colors, going to MetLife. So it's a special thing, and it's always fun when you get to play with somebody you know that well.
Having Mike Evans in the lineup, what did that do to your passing game and just his impact on the offense?
Yeah, when Mike's in there, we get a bunch of different coverages that if he's not in, you don't see him. So he obviously changes the game even when he's not getting the ball, and so it's huge that we have him in. We're lucky to have him, like I always say, but just trying to get him the ball early and often and keep him going. And and then there's like the 50-50 balls with the pass interference in the end zone. It's like, I can make a better throw, but it's either Mike's catching it or you're probably getting a PI. So it's having him in there it's the big difference in the game.
Did performance like this jumpstart the team for the rest of the season as you go down the stretch now?
We're hoping it builds confidence. We have belief that we're still sitting and controlling our own destiny, but it's not just going to happen. So we have to take it 1 week at a time. And guys, you find the recipe for success within your work week, the focus, and how we came out and started fast, and you try to emulate that week after week and continue to build it. But singular game focus.
You tied a franchise record for passes completed to different targets with 11 of them, and I know obviously Mike really changes things for you offensively, but just not being able to rely on him, I guess, how much did that kind of help you learn to trust some of your other weapons?
Yeah, it's like we talked about when him and Chris went down. It's got to over-communicate during the work week. Tell those guys, what we're expecting to happen, and then just trust them. It's football. They're at this level for a reason. Continue to trust them, and like I mentioned to you guys, let the defense dictate where the ball needs to go. And so that's why you see the ball getting spread around. That's what the system can do.
Baker Mayfield post-game presser right here on the Overtime Show. This is WDAE.
Brief interaction. Met him in the Super Bowl in Vegas. He had his chain blinged out, swag walking through the casino. It was awesome. It was like a movie scene, honestly.
It's a Jersey guy, isn't it? It's a Jersey.
He's got swag, man.
Yeah, where would you rate that swag among some of the other quarterbacks in the league?
He's up there. That's for sure.
It's Baker Mayfield. He's talking about meeting Tommy DeVito out at some Vegas casino, all blinged up with all of his jewelry. Hey, he had something out with you. Some guy from, Jersey via Bensonhurst, Bay Ridge, maybe. Oh, boy. But Baker Mayfield said it was a tribute, the whole touchdown celebration thing. It was a tribute. It wasn't like a mockery. It was just him kind of doing a little tribute. Yeah, there might have been something behind that too. But all three running backs getting involved, Baker said that was one of the bye week adjustments that the Bucs had. Well, so far so good. Mike Evans says, Mike is just a great player. And when Mike is out there, you have to pay close attention to him, which opens the door for the run game, which opens the door for Cade Otton, Sterling Shepard, Jalen McMillan, and everybody else. And then, on a jump ball in the end zone, Mike draws a PI, which set up a touchdown. So that is the impact of Mike Evans, even when he's not getting the ball. So great stuff there at Baker Mayfield, man. Every week, this guy just does something to even make you respect them even more so. Some text rolling in out of the 727. Why not have Bucky Irving be our number one back? Come on already. Well, look, I think he is already. He is. Like Rachaad White might start the game because he's a veteran. He's a better pass protector than Bucky Irving. Bucky's a rookie. They've got a package of plays for him in the run game, also in the pass game. But he is the number one running back. I mean, like, you want him to touch it 20, 25 times a game? I don't think that's necessarily something that the Buccaneers want to force on this young man. He touched it 18 times today. That's pretty good. If he's in that 15 to 18 touch range, the guy's going to produce. He's a playmaker. Somebody else texting in, great win, but Todd Bowles left the starters out there too long, specifically on offense. Well, Baker was in there throwing blocks downfield. It was 30-7. It was a non-competitive game, and I certainly understood it. Thankfully, it all worked out at the end of the day. All right, when we come back, more of your calls and texts and another Around the League update and game highlights, too. That is on the way. This is Overtime.
At Rivard Buick GMC, our hearts go out to everyone affected by the recent storms. We understand the challenges of rebuilding. And if a new or a used vehicle is a part of that journey, Rivard is here for you. Rest assured, the massive discounts you're accustomed to remain, regardless of inventory levels. While many dealers may raise prices based on availability, Rivard stands firm and is committed to supporting our community through this tough time. Visit RivardBuickGMC.com. GMC, we are professional grade.
Bet live with Hard Rock Bet. Real-time wagering till the very last play. Missing the kickoff doesn't mean all bets are off.
Delay a game on the guy who hasn't bet yet.
Sometimes you just know your team is going to come back. The sportsbook for every kind of player.
Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us.
Get up to $100 back if your first bet doesn't win. Payable and bonus bet up to $100, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
It's Pat and Aaron from the Pat and Aaron Show, here to tell you about Florida Orthopedic Institute and Tampa General Hospital, where you can get access to highly skilled, board-certified physicians and surgeons.
You're dealing with injuries, a nagging injury, and you have been for a while. You know who to call. It's our friends in our backyard, Florida Orthopedic Institute and Tampa General Hospital. And whatever injury you are dealing with, they've seen it before, and they have the doctor to help you out. Call them today, 1-800-FL-ORTHO, or go online to floridaortho.com.
New South Window lives southern weather. We prioritize keeping your family and your home comfortable all year round. That's why our energy-efficient windows and doors are made, installed, and guaranteed for life.
Save 35% off. Visit newsouthwindow.com/radio.
The right talent.
The right attitude.
The right game plan. The right amount of fight, pride, and determination.
If you've been injured, put our force to work for you.
Farah and Farah, here for Tampa, here for good.
Streaming on iHeartRadio and live on WDAE. Here's an Around the League update.
And it's brought to you by Root Air Conditioning, powered locally by Ferguson HVAC. 4 o'clock games at the half. The Raiders lead the Broncos 13-9. Less than 2 minutes ago in the first half at Lambeau, it's all Packers 17-0 over the 49ers. Also 2 minutes left to go in Seattle. Cardinals have a 3-0 lead on the Seahawks. The 8-2 Eagles visit the 5-5 Rams tonight. A good one there. Some wild games earlier today in overtime. The Vikings beat the Bears 30-27. The Buccaneers will go to Carolina next week. They gave the Chiefs all they can handle. That game was tied at 27. Patrick Mahomes led the Chiefs down the field. They kicked the game-winning field goal. The Chiefs escape with a 30-27 win at Carolina. The Chiefs are 10-1 on the season. The Lions are also 10-1. The only team that beat the Lions this year are your Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They beat the Colts 24-6 at Indianapolis. Dolphins 34, Patriots 15. The Cowboys with an upset win on the road against the Commandos 34-26. And the Titans upset the Texans 32-27. Get reliable cooling and comfort installed by a certified Root Pro partner. Go to rootacflorida.com to schedule service today.
Let's break out the tape.
That's rootacflorida.com, powered locally by Ferguson HVAC. Now the highlights.
For Tampa Bay, it's Vita Vea, the defensive tackle in at fullback. He does have a touchdown catch in his career. He's blocking here as Tucker scores. Sean Tucker with his second rushing touchdown of the year. And what an opening drive for Tampa Bay. Instead, McLaughlin will now come out to attempt a 23-yard field goal. And his kick is good. 10-0 Tampa Bay. Play clock at 2. Irving at the 5, and he takes it in for a touchdown. Bucky Irving with his 5th rushing score of the year, and the Buccaneers jumping all over the Giants here in Jersey. Mayfield steps up. He's going to run it. Mayfield at the 5, trying to get in, and he does! Touchdown! Ball came out after Mayfield crossed the line, and what a run for Baker Mayfield, doing the Tommy DeVito in the Giants end zone. Oh, boy. And DeVito to the bottom of your screen. Tracy is going to keep it himself, and nothing doing there. Ball does come out at the end. Was Tracy down or not? Tampa Bay football. Rashad White, the running back, takes the pitch, running right. White is in for a touchdown. And the Buccaneers are pouring it on. It's 29-0. Singletary, the running back. Singletary walks it in for a touchdown. 3rd rushing touchdown this season for Devin Singletary. The Giants are finally on the board.
And that was all she wrote. Andrew Catalon, Jason McCourty, Tiki Barber, they had the call. The NFL on CBS, 30-7. Buccaneers win it. Those are your game rewind highlights. All right, when we come back, final thoughts. We'll put a wrap on this and a look ahead to next week. This is Overtime.
It's a December to remember at Wesley Chapel Lexus, the largest Lexus dealer on Florida's West Coast. Drive home a new Lexus RX, our best-selling SUV for over a decade. Or the new Lexus TX with all-new 3rd row. Plus, you get our exclusive lifetime plan. Plenty of new Lexus inventory arriving daily. When you think Lexus, think Wesley Chapel Lexus. WesleyChapelLexus.com. Largest dealer on Florida's West Coast based on volume in 2021, 2022, 2023.
Here's a question for all the plumbing, HVAC, and electrical contractor owners out there from your future friends at Service Titan. Are you using 4, 5, 6, or more software solutions to run your commercial contracting business? Not one of which truly understands the unique challenges of your industry? If this hits close to home, we have good news. There's a better way to do things. Service Titan is the all-in-one software solution that seamlessly integrates all parts of your commercial service and construction operation. From service agreements to proposal builders to project tracking, job costing, inventory, and more. Developed specifically for the trades, ServiceTitan can help you scale effortlessly and operate more efficiently while delivering the modern user experience your customers expect. Forget using and, more importantly, paying for multiple software products that don't play nice with each other and give you an incomplete view of profitability. ServiceTitan is the better way to do business. Schedule a demo today at ServiceTitan.com. That's ServiceTitan.com.
TKras here for my friends over at Green Tech Roofing and Solar. Get your home ready for the holidays, and my guys over at Green Tech can help you do it. Locally owned, licensed, and trusted by the Tampa Bay community. They helped me out right after the hurricane. They can help you out as well. Over 400 five-star reviews. They do commercial. They do residential. They do great work in total. So hit on them. GreenTechRoofing.com. You can schedule your free roof inspection. Tell them TKras sent you. Green Tech Roofing and Solar, the #1 roofing solution in Tampa Bay.
This is Overtime, driven by Bartow Ford. Taking your reaction now. 888-546-4620. On the home of the best Bucs coverage across Tampa Bay. 95.3 WDAE and AM 620. Streaming live on the free iHeartRadio app.
The final segment of Overtime, driven by our friends over at Bartow Ford. Don't go the wrong way for your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Go to BartowFord.com. They're different, and they will prove it. It was a good day today for the Bucs. You know, that's exactly the type of performance that they needed. Coming off the bye, a lot of questions about Todd Bowles. Is he going to survive this, that, and the other thing? And the Buccaneers were able to handle their business. And I love the fact that they took control of this game right from the get-go. Right from the get-go, they took control. They weren't messing around, and they were able to, when they got on top of the Giants, they were able to stay on top of them. And a lot of you are wondering, wow, you know, the starters were playing. Look, we've seen the Buccaneers blow some games this year, and I'm sure Todd Bowles was thinking about that as well. So he just wanted to make sure that they get this one under their belt. Get the first one under your belt, and then maybe you can create some momentum. Next week, they go to Carolina. Meanwhile, the Falcons, who are on the bye this week, and I think they could have used the bye too, just like the Buccaneers could have used their bye last week. Bucs had lost 4 in a row. They did some soul-searching, some self-scouting, self-evaluating. They got some guys healthy, and you saw the result today. Now, for the Falcons, they lost 2 in a row, and they looked about as bad as you could look in their last game against Denver. They absolutely needed the break. And we'll see how they look coming out of the gate, because they got to face a tough Chargers team next week. Now, the Chargers are playing on Monday night tomorrow against the Ravens, so that's going to be tough for them on a short week, the turnaround there. Got to go to Atlanta. So we'll talk more about that game next week. But for the Buccaneers, this is a good start. Now you got to go on a run. You got 6 games left. Carolina. You can't think about, you know, the Raiders, the Cowboys, you know, the Chargers, the Saints, Carolina again. Just think about Carolina next week, because I'll tell you this, Carolina's playing tough. And the game next week is going to be tougher than what we saw today. And I've been reading quotes coming out of the Giants locker room. Oh, my goodness. There's about to be a mutiny taking place there. Brian Burns said that performance, that's ass, is how he described it. And Malik Neighbors with his $1,000 freaking sunglasses on, chewing gum. I'm not getting passes thrown my way until it's 30-0. Wow. You know, rookies, they come in, they feel entitled. These are the diva receivers, man. This is why a guy like Mike Evans, a guy like Chris Godwin, this makes you appreciate what those guys are, what those guys have been to this team, to this community, to all of Tampa Bay. You don't see Mike Evans, you know, rolling on up there with the bling and the sunglasses and chewing gum and making disparaging remarks. This is a rookie in Malik Neighbors. He's wonderfully talented. But, you know, spouting off like that? Come on, dude. right, I want to thank all of you who called in, who texted in. Great job, Derek DeBose on the other side. Tomorrow, I'll be back for the drive, 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock, and then Buccaneer Total Access will come your way. Then we'll take your calls. We'll have more on this Buccaneer win and look ahead to next week. Thanksgiving week, by the way, heading up to next Sunday's game at Carolina. I want all of you to have a wonderful, safe, and happy Thanksgiving from me to all of you. I'll talk to you tomorrow at 3 o'clock.